Chosen ones, God warns, if you ignore this message, remember this moment. I am calling you right now, and you must not look away. Because what you are about to hear carries a weight that can shape your life in ways you do not yet understand. If you turn away, if you scroll past, if you silence this voice stirring inside you, you may miss something meant only for you, something that could open doors no human hand can unlock. This is not slouchy. This is not coincidence. This is divine interruption placed directly in your path. The warning is simple yet powerful. If you ignore what is being revealed to you in this very moment, there will come a time when you will remember this exact feeling, this exact call, and realize that heaven tried to reach you before everything changed. Type amen to affirm. You have been chosen not because you are perfect, but because you are marked by purpose. The core meaning of this call is not fear, but awareness. It is a reminder that there are moments in life when heaven speaks softly before it moves strongly. Right now you are standing at the edge of such a moment. If you ignore it, you are not just dismissing words, you are delaying alignment with what has already been written for your life. I am not forcing you, but I am warning you, because what is ahead requires your attention, your obedience, and your faith. There are things unfolding around you that you cannot fully see yet. Some doors have been closing not to punish you, but to redirect you. Some relationships have shifted not to break you, but to prepare you. And still you have wondered why things feel uncertain, why your heart feels restless. It is because you are being called higher, but hesitation has kept you standing still. If you ignore this call, you may remain in a place that was only meant to be temporary, and the weight of that delay will become something you cannot ignore later. Listen carefully, because this is where many people lose their way. They hear the call, they feel the stirring, but they choose comfort over obedience. They choose distraction over clarity. They tell themselves there will be another time, another chance, another sign. But not every moment carries the same weight. Some moments are divine intersections, and this is one of them. If you walk away from this, you may still move forward in life, but you will feel that something is missing, something you cannot name but cannot ignore. Right now, I am asking you to pause and truly receive what is being placed before you. If this is touching your heart, if something inside you is saying this is real, then respond with faith. And as you feel this connection deepen, I ask you to gently show your support by liking this video, so that this truth can reach others who are standing at their own turning point. This is not about numbers. It is about spreading light where darkness has been whispering lies for too long. There is a reason you have felt different, a reason you have felt set apart. You have tried to fit in, to blend in, to move like everyone else. But something within you has always resisted. That is not weakness, that is calling. Chosen often feel isolated, not because they are forgotten, but because they are being prepared. You have walked through confusion, through delays, through moments where you questioned everything. Yet you are still here, still searching, still listening. That alone is proof that you are not abandoned. Type 1111 if you believe. I see the nights you stayed awake wondering if your life would ever change. I see the silent prayers you whispered when no one else was around. I see the strength you had to carry when everything felt too heavy. Do not think for a moment that those things went unnoticed. Every tear, every struggle, every moment of faith has been counted. And now you are being brought into a season where those things will begin to make sense. But here is the warning you must not ignore. If you continue to doubt yourself, if you keep questioning whether you are truly chosen, you will delay the very blessings that are already being prepared for you. Doubt is the quiet thief that steals from your future without making a sound. It does not destroy you instantly. It slowly convinces you to settle for less than what was meant for you. That is why this moment matters so deeply. You are being asked to choose belief over fear. There are people around you who will not understand this shift. They may question you, they may doubt you, they may even try to pull you back into old patterns. But you must remember, not everyone is meant to walk every part of your journey with you. Some people were only meant to be part of your past, not your purpose. Letting go does not mean you are losing something. It means you are making space for what is aligned with your calling. You are not late, you are not forgotten, you are not overlooked. Everything that has happened has been part of a process that is now reaching a turning point. But turning points require decisions. You cannot stay where you are and expect to step into what is waiting for you. Movement is required. Faith is required. Trust is required. And most importantly, attention is required, because ignoring this moment will not stop what is meant for you, but it will make the path harder than it needs to be. I am not here to scare you. I am here to awaken you. There is a difference. Fear pushes you away, but truth pulls you closer. And right now, truth is standing in front of you, asking you to listen, to receive, and to act. This is your moment to recognize that you are not just existing, you are being guided. Every step, even the uncertain ones, have been leading you here. It was me placing a seed inside your spirit and knowing that your story is not finished and your purpose has not yet fully unfolded. But the danger has always been this, that you begin to ignore that voice, to silence it with distractions until it becomes faint and easy to dismiss. There are moments in your life when everything slows down just enough for you to notice what truly matters. This is one of those moments. I am not speaking to the noise around you. I am speaking directly to the part of you that still believes even when everything around you feels uncertain. You have been standing at crossroads without even realizing it. One path leads to comfort and familiarity, while the other leads to growth, purpose, and transformation. The warning is not about punishment. It is about consequence. If you continue to choose what is easy over what is right, you will remain in cycles that were never meant to hold you for this long type 777 if you trust in Jesus. Could a hidden CIA discovery explain why so many people are suddenly living in luxury? Secret CIA research has surfaced, revealing a brain technique that pulls in wealth almost like magic. It takes just 7 seconds, can be done at home, and is supported by 4 neuroscience labs. People are leaving debt behind and enjoying luxury right now. But this information might be removed soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. You have asked for change, you have prayed for breakthrough, you have cried out for clarity when things did not make sense. But understand this, when the answer begins to arrive, it does not always come in the form you expect. Sometimes it comes as a disruption. Sometimes it comes as a feeling you cannot ignore. Sometimes it comes as a moment like this, where everything inside you tells you to pay attention. If you ignore it, you are not just ignoring words, you are stepping away from the very answer you once prayed for. I have been preparing you in ways you did not even recognize. Every challenge you faced was shaping something inside you. Every delay was building patience. Every closed door was redirecting you towards something better. But preparation only leads to purpose when you are willing to move forward. You cannot stay in preparation forever. There comes a time when you must step into what you have been prepared for. That time is drawing closer, and your response in this moment will determine how you enter that next season. There are things I want to release into your life that cannot fit into the version of you that keeps doubting. There are blessings that require a stronger faith, a deeper trust, and a willingness to let go of what feels safe. I know it is not easy. I know fear tries to convince you that staying where you are is better than risking the unknown. But understand this clearly. The unknown with me is always safer than the familiar without me. You are not being led into darkness. You are being led into purpose. Type 222 to receive blessings. You have carried burdens that were never yours to carry. You have taken on the weight of expectations, the opinions of others, and the fear of failure. All of these things have been trying to keep you small, trying to keep you from stepping into who you are meant to be. But I am asking you now to release them. You cannot walk into your calling while holding on to everything that has been weighing you down. Let go of what no longer serves you, even if it feels uncomfortable, because freedom always begins with release. There will be moments when you feel alone in this journey. That is something many chosen ones experience. It is not because you are abandoned, but because you are being set apart. There is a difference. Being set apart means you are being positioned for something greater, something that requires a different level of understanding and strength. Not everyone will understand your path, and that is okay. You were never called to be understood by everyone. You were called to be aligned with purpose. You must also understand that timing matters. There are things I will not release into your life until you are ready to handle them. Not because I want to withhold from you, but because I want to protect you. If you receive something before you are ready, it can become a burden instead of a blessing. That is why patience has been such a strong theme in your life. It has not been a punishment. It has been preparation. And now you are stepping into a season where that preparation will begin to reveal its purpose. But here is the truth you cannot ignore. If you continue to delay your response, if you keep telling yourself you will take action later, You are creating distance between you and what is already waiting for you. Opportunities do not always stay open forever. Some doors require you to walk through them when they are presented. If you hesitate too long, you may find yourself knocking on doors that have already closed. That is why this moment matters so much. It is not just another moment, it is a turning point. You have been given signs before. You have felt moments of clarity before. But something has always pulled you back into old patterns. This time must be different. This time you must choose to move forward even if you do not have all the answers. Faith is not about having everything figured out. It is about trusting even when you cannot see the full picture. You do not need to know every step. You only need to take the next one. There is greatness inside you that has not yet been fully revealed. Not the kind of greatness the world talks about, but the kind that changes lives, that brings light into darkness, that creates impact beyond what you can measure. That is what you have been chosen for. And that is why the resistance has been so strong. The greater the calling, the greater the opposition. But do not mistake opposition for defeat. Opposition is often confirmation that you are moving in the right direction. I'm not asking you to be perfect. I'm asking you to be willing to listen, willing to trust, willing to act. That willingness is what opens the door for everything else to follow. You do not have to do everything at once. You do not have to have it all figured out. You only need to say yes in this moment. That yes will begin a chain of events that will lead you exactly where you are meant to be. Do not ignore what you are feeling right now. Do not brush it off as just another passing thought. This is a moment that has been placed in your life for a reason. You may not fully understand it yet, but you will. And when you do, you will look back and realize that this was the moment everything began to shift. You have been given more chances than you realize. Times when you felt a sudden clarity but dismissed it. Moments when you knew what you should do but chose to wait. Those were not random feelings. They were invitations. And now here you are again, standing in front of another invitation, another opening, another chance to step into alignment. But this time carries a deeper urgency because you are not the same person you were before. You have grown, you have learned, and you have been prepared in ways that you cannot deny. Type 1010 if you walk by faith. There are patterns in your life that you have noticed, cycles that seem to repeat themselves, the same type of challenges, the same kind of disappointments, the same feeling of almost reaching something but not quite getting there. These patterns are not here to trap you. They are here to reveal something to you. They are showing you where change is needed, where growth is required, and where you must make a different choice. If you ignore this, those cycles will continue, not because they are meant to, but because they have not yet been broken. Why are so many people saying this CIA ritual changed their life in only 7 seconds? This leaked CIA method is powerful and effective. A short brainwave technique backed by 4 neuroscience labs is helping regular people move from broke to prosperous. Dream homes, cars, and trips are becoming possible. But this video could be taken down at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments now before it is gone. You have been asking for a breakthrough, but breakthroughs require action. They require you to step out of the very patterns that have been holding you back. I know it feels uncomfortable. I know it feels uncertain, but understand this. Comfort has never been the place where transformation begins. Growth happens when you decide that staying the same is longer an option. And that decision is being placed in front of you right now. Type 555 to affirm. You have allowed fear to have a voice in your life for too long. It has whispered doubts, created hesitation, and convinced you to second guess yourself. But fear does not have authority over you unless you give it permission. You were not created to live in constant hesitation. You were created to move with purpose, to act with faith, and to trust in something greater than what you can see. That is what it means to be chosen. It is not about having an easy path. It is about having a guided one. There are things you have been holding on to that are no longer meant to stay in your life. Old beliefs that tell you that you are not enough. Past mistakes that you keep replaying in your mind. Situations that you should have already walked away from. All of these things are weighing you down, keeping you from stepping fully into what is waiting for you. You cannot carry your past into your future and expect to move freely. Release it. Not because it did not matter, but because it no longer defines you. You have also been underestimating the power within you. You have looked at others and thought they were more capable, more qualified, more deserving. But you do not see what I see. You do not see the strength that has been built inside you through every challenge. You do not see the resilience that has carried you through moments that should have broken you. You do not see the potential that is waiting to be fully realized, but it is there and it has always been there. There will be moments ahead where you are tested, not to break you, but to reveal you, to show you what you are truly capable of, to prove to you, snorts and music, that you are stronger than you think. These tests are not meant to push you backward, they are meant to push you forward. But if you approach them with doubt, you will struggle more than necessary. If you approach them with faith, you will overcome them with a strength that surprises even you. You must also be careful about the voices you listen to. Not every voice is meant to guide you. Some voices bring confusion, negativity, and doubt. Others bring clarity, peace, and direction. Learn to recognize the difference. The right voice will not push you into fear. It will lead you into purpose. It will not make you feel small. It will remind you of who you are becoming. And right now, you are being guided to listen more closely, to pay attention to what aligns with truth. There is a shift happening in your life, whether you fully see it yet or not. Things that once felt stable may begin to change. Situations that once made sense may begin to feel uncertain. This is not chaos. This is movement. It is the process of realignment, of bringing everything into place so that you can step into your next season. Do not resist this shift. Do not try to hold on to what is being moved. Trust that what is leaving is making space for something greater. You have been waiting for a sign, something clear that tells you it is time to move forward. This is that sign, not in a loud or dramatic way, but in a quiet, undeniable knowing that you cannot ignore. You feel it right now. That sense that something is different, that something is calling you to pay attention. Do not dismiss it. Do not delay, because this is the moment you have been waiting for, even if you did not realize it. You are not alone in this. Even when it feels like no one understands, even when it feels like you are walking this path by yourself, you are being guided. There is a presence with you, strengthening you, leading you, protecting you. You may not always see it, but you have felt it in the moments when you found strength you did not know you had. In the times when things worked out in ways you could not explain, that was not luck, that was guidance. Now you are being asked to trust that guidance more deeply than before, to stop relying only on what you can see and begin relying on what you feel within. That inner knowing has been leading you all along, even when you doubted it. It has never led you wrong. The only times you have struggled the most are the times when you ignored it. Let this be the moment where you decide to listen, to trust, and to move forward without hesitation. What is ahead of you is not something to fear, it is something to step into with confidence. You have been prepared for this, even if you do not feel fully ready. Readiness is not about feeling completely certain. It is about being willing to take the step anyway. And that is what is being asked of you now. Do not let this moment pass without responding. Do not let this be another time where you felt something powerful but chose to ignore it, because one day you will look back at this exact moment and you will either remember it as the moment you stepped forward into your purpose, or the moment you turned away and delayed what was meant for you. You have been standing in between two versions of yourself. One that clings to what is known, even if it limits you, and another that is ready to step into something greater, even if it feels uncertain. This space in between has been uncomfortable, and at times it has made you feel confused or overwhelmed. But understand this clearly. You cannot stay in this middle ground forever. A decision must be made. And if you do not choose, then time will choose for you. And that choice may not lead you where you truly want to go. Type amen to affirm. There are moments in life when everything depends on your willingness to respond. Not perfectly, not fearlessly, but faithfully. This is one of those moments. You do not need to have everything figured out. You only need to recognize that what you are feeling right now is real and significant. It is not something to delay or dismiss. It is something to lean into, something to trust, even if you cannot yet see where it will lead you. You have been given signs in ways that were personal to you. Conversations that stayed in your mind longer than they should have. Situations that repeated themselves until you noticed a pattern. Feelings that became stronger each time you tried to ignore them. All of these were guiding you gently at first, patiently waiting for you to respond. But guidance becomes stronger when it is ignored. Not to overwhelm you, but to ensure you do not miss what is meant for you. Type 1212 to claim miracles. What is really behind the 7-second brain technique that is creating new millionaires? A surprising CIA leak has revealed a short brain ritual that is helping normal people erase debt and attract serious wealth. With validation from 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is turning financial stress into a better life. Homes, cars, and vacations are becoming reality. But the government could remove this at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it is deleted. You must understand that your life is not meant to be lived in hesitation. You are not created to constantly question whether you are capable, whether you are worthy, or whether you are ready. Those questions have kept you standing still for too long. The truth is, you are capable because you have been strengthened through everything you have faced. You are worthy because your value was never based on perfection. And you are ready because readiness is not a feeling, it is a decision. There is something ahead of you that requires you to step forward with confidence. Not because you have no fear, but because you have decided that fear will not control you anymore. Fear has had its time in your life. It has kept you from opportunities, from growth, from fully stepping into your purpose. But now you are being called to move beyond it. Not all at once, not without effort, but with intention and faith. You have also been carrying expectations that were never meant for you. Expectations from others, expectations from past versions of yourself, expectations that have made you feel like you have to be something you are not. These expectations have created pressure, and that pressure has made you hesitate. But you do not need to carry that anymore. You are allowed to grow, to change, to become who you are meant to be without being held back by who you used to be. There is a release happening in your life, whether you have fully recognized it or not. Things that once felt important may begin to lose their hold on you. Situations that once defined you may no longer feel aligned. This is not loss. This is transformation. It is the process of shedding what no longer fits so that you can step into what truly belongs in your life. But transformation requires acceptance. If you resist it, you will feel stuck. If you embrace it, you will feel free. You have been stronger than you give yourself credit for. You have made it through moments that felt impossible. You have continued even when you felt like giving up. That strength did not come from nowhere. It was built within you step by step through every challenge you faced. And that same strength is what will carry you forward now. You are not starting from nothing. You are stepping forward with everything you have learned and everything you have become. There will be people who do not understand this change in you. They may question it. They may doubt it. They may even try to discourage you. But their understanding is not required for your growth. You are not here to meet everyone else's expectations. You are here to fulfill your purpose. And sometimes that means walking a path that others cannot fully see or understand. You are also being reminded that timing matters. There is a time to wait and a time to move. You have spent enough time waiting, learning, and preparing. Now you are entering a time where movement is required. Not rushed, not forced, but intentional. Each step you take now will begin to create momentum, and that momentum will carry you further than you expect. There is no need to look back with regret. The past has already served its purpose. It has taught you, shaped you, and prepared you. But it is not where you are meant to stay. Looking back too often will only slow you down. You are being called to look forward, to focus on what is ahead, and to trust that what is waiting for you is worth the steps you are about to take. Do not underestimate the importance of this moment. It may seem simple on the surface, just another point in time, but it carries a deeper significance. It is a moment of awareness, a moment where you are being given the chance to choose differently, to respond differently, to move forward instead of staying still. And that choice will shape what comes next in your life. You are not alone in this process. Even when it feels uncertain, even when it feels like you are stepping into something unfamiliar, you are being guided. There is a presence with you that sees what you cannot see, that understands what you do not yet understand, and that is leading you towards something greater. Trust that presence, trust that guidance. It has been with you all along. Now is the time to move with purpose, to stop doubting, to stop delaying, and to start stepping forward. You do not need all the answers. You do not need perfect clarity. You only need the willingness to take the next step. And as you take that step, more will be revealed to you. You have spent time questioning yourself, wondering if what you feel is real or if it is just another passing thought. But this is different, and you can sense that difference. It carries a weight that stays with you, a feeling that does not fade when distractions come. That is how you know it matters. When something is truly meant for you, it does not disappear easily. It remains until you acknowledge it. And right now it is asking for your attention in a way that cannot be ignored. Type 222 to receive blessings. There have been delays in your life that made you feel like you were falling behind. You watched others move ahead while you felt like you were standing still. But what you did not see was the work being done within you during that time you were being shaped, strengthened, and prepared for something that required a deeper foundation. Delays were never meant to stop you. They were meant to position you correctly. And now that positioning is complete, the movement you have been waiting for is ready to begin. You must understand that not everything that leaves your life is a loss. Some things have to fall away so that you can step into what truly belongs to you. You may have held on to certain people, situations, or ideas because they felt familiar. But familiarity does not always mean alignment. Growth often requires release. It requires you to trust that what is leaving is making space for something better, even if you cannot see it yet. Type amen to affirm. You are being called to trust in a way that goes beyond what you have done before. Not just when things are clear, not just when things feel safe, but even when you do not fully understand what is happening. This is where faith becomes real. It is easy to trust when everything makes sense, but true trust is built when you choose to believe even when things are uncertain. That is the level you are being invited into now.
Is it time to try the same CIA secret ritual that is changing lives in seconds? A newly leaked CIA-backed study reveals a 7-second money ritual that is transforming people overnight. Scientifically proven by 4 neuroscience labs, it retrains your mind to attract money naturally. People who were once broke are now enjoying luxury homes, new cars, and travel. But this secret may not stay online much longer. Click the description and comments now before it is removed. There is something powerful about the way you have endured everything you have faced. You did not give up even when you felt like it. You kept going even when it was difficult. That resilience is not something small. It is something that has prepared you for this. Because what is ahead will require that same strength. But it will also bring rewards that match the effort you have given. You have also been learning to listen more closely to yourself, to that inner voice that guides you quietly but consistently. There were times when you ignored it and followed other influences, and those choices led you into confusion. But the moments when you listened, even when it was difficult, led you toward clarity. That is not a coincidence. You are being shown where your guidance comes from, and you are being encouraged to trust it more deeply now. There is no need to rush, but there is a need to move. Waiting has served its purpose, but staying in that state for too long will only hold you back. You are stepping into a time where action matters. Small steps, intentional steps, steps that may not feel perfect but are still moving you forward. Each step will build on the last, creating a path that becomes clearer as you walk it. You are not expected to do everything at once. You are not expected to have complete certainty about every detail. What is being asked of you is simple, yet powerful. Pay attention. Trust what you feel. Take the next step. That is how progress begins. That is how purpose unfolds. It does not happen all at once. It happens through consistent movement. There will be moments where you feel tested again, situations that challenge your faith and make you question whether you're on the right path. But these moments are not meant to stop you. They are meant to strengthen your trust. Every time you choose to keep going despite uncertainty, you are building something within yourself that cannot be shaken easily. You are also learning that your value is not determined by external validation. You have spent time looking for approval, for confirmation from others that you are on the right path. But the truth is, not everyone will understand your journey. Not everyone will see what you are becoming. And that is okay. Your path is not meant to be understood by everyone. It is meant to be walked by you. There is a quiet confidence beginning to grow within you. It may not be loud or obvious yet, but it is there. It is the confidence that comes from knowing that you have made it through difficult times. It is the confidence that comes from recognizing that you are still here, still moving forward. That confidence will continue to grow as you take more steps, as you trust yourself more, as you stop doubting what you already know.